Hey, it's a podcast.
Hey,
What's up, guys?
going on, guys?
So it can't be a podcast unless I talk about my
Oh,
genitals.
God.
So penises. I feel like that's the greatest. That's the greatest start to a podcast I've ever done. All right, so.
Well, the mic check is still penis.
Oh yeah,
so...
I mean, how many audio
Penis,
checks
penis?
did we run before we start this?
Minute
How many
of
times
word.
was penis said before we started this?
I think about like 10
No, way more than that.
round at least. Bro, wait, must have not been paying attention to the other ones.
So
I
I'm
mean,
Crumb here with the Assorted podcast. We got Funnel and Daryl. Everybody else decided to say fuck you and not want to do it.
ooh,
So it's just us. By the way, this is the first podcast that Keely is not a part of. I would try to be sad, but honestly, we have the three most insane people in Assorted Wares left to their own devices for this podcast. Shit's gonna get a little weird.
yay. I mean, to be fair, it is the Assorted Wares podcast. So
I mean, if you're not familiar with what we're doing at this point,
it's expected.
you know, I still don't know why people are listening to these things. I don't even know why we're still recording them.
Meh.
You know, like I'm gonna give myself a fucking
Well,
no, I'm gonna give myself
maybe-
a fucking ulcer with all the alcohol I drink when we do our productions and all the stress that I put myself through trying to schedule shit, trying to get stuff out.
None at all faster. Yay.
So I don't know about you guys. Were you guys celebrating Hanukkah last week?
No.
Hanukkah? I don't
What do you celebrate?
Hanukkah, so no. I don't.
What holiday?
I'm not a Jew,
I'm not asking
man. I'm
you
just
if you're a
saying.
fucking Jew. I'm asking you what holiday you celebrate.
Christmas? I mean, I think everybody celebrates Christmas here, right?
You're overstepping your bounds, motherfucker. I don't know why I had that pause in that curse right there.
Mother.
Like
Fucker.
I didn't know what to say next. I was like, So normally, what, Keely's the technical director, but this time you got me, bitches. So,
Which is why the audio is different.
is it different? I haven't noticed. You know, Funnel, this is like, I don't even know how many times you ruined the illusion for
Slightly.
everybody. You ruined the illusion more than anything
Yeah.
else.
Yeah, but see, the problem is I don't care. So,
But do you care about me?
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
At least I have that.
If you wish to believe that.
You know, Funnel, I miss our time that we used to spend in Alfred State. Like, Funnel, I don't know if you remember, but I used to grab like a pack of smokes. I'd fill my flask full of a whiskey, and in the middle of winter, I'd go sit on a bench that was probably a mile away from where we lived, and I would just stare at stuff, and I would smoke the pack of cigarettes and drink the whole flask, and you would join me, and it was amazing. I honestly think the biggest thing I miss about Alfred State is that bench. After that, all the people and shit and whatnot. If you're a person from Alfred and you know me and you're listening to this, just letting you know that a fucking bench is more important to me than you are.
Yay.
Funnel, what else did we do in college besides just drink all the time? Okay.
Drink all the time.
Daryl,
That was
what do you
much
do in your
it.
spare time?
wasn't much else to do in that fucking place.
Play video games, hang out, watch TV, movies, or
I was actually
masturbate.
about to ask you how many. No,
Got
there's
that
no
from
being quiet.
podcast.
How many times? I was about to ask you how many times a day you masturbate.
Gotta. Well, seeing that I am no longer dating, well, because, well, I don't really want to talk about that.
Oh no! Now you have to talk
But,
about it. Why did you even bring it up?
nice. My last girlfriend, like,
Daryl, we're here for you.
wound up cheating.
Aw.
My last girlfriend wound up cheating on me. But it wasn't the cheating part that really irritated me about it, because the cheating part was kind of like, you
Okay.
bitch. It was the fact that it was for a student, like, because I kind of, like, back then I was so busy focused on, like, school and basically just, I guess, I'm kind of like my mom, you should say, kind of like a, I mean, I had a lot of friends, but I was kind of like my mom. Sometimes I just didn't want to be bothered. Just like, and I guess since I wasn't paying her much attention, she wanted.
Hey, I just want to point out that.
And the gayest part that it wasn't just that; it was she cheated on me with my older brother.
What?
Yep, hammer drop.
Into some Mario
Yeah,
shit.
like Jerry,
What the fuck is his
Jerry,
name?
Jerry.
Jerry.
It did piss me off for a while, but then I got over it, and I'm just like, okay. Well, I'm like, oh well, my older brother is just.
I mean,
I'm
you
just
can't be
like,
too
well,
mad
I
at him.
can't really stay mad at him.
First off, he's family.
Yeah. I'm more mad at her
And
than
second,
I am.
I mean,
I'm just like, I was kind of irritated with him, but then I got over it, and I'm just
no,
like,
I was
well,
gonna say
it's my
Daryl.
freaking brother. I'm
I
gonna
mean,
have
if
to
you
get over
found
it
her
sooner or later.
attractive, obviously
just like,
he
well,
found her
She's
attractive.
the hoe.
So obviously he thinks that you pick him out pretty good. That's why he fucked her. Wow, so we were only, what, like 6 minutes in, and we already got pretty dark. That's what happens when the rest of the cast isn't with us.
You got the three most three probably most insane, sickest, vile people in the party right now, probably.
Oh, Funnel
Most
and I talk
likely,
about some
definitely.
really messed up stuff.
I'm
Funnel, you are
normal.
not. You need to be institutionalized.
Funnel.
I'm very normal. Everyone wants to be my friend because of how normal I am.
Funnel, you talk about how you want to stab people. You talk about that a lot.
That's normal.
I was actually talking to Shane like a little bit before we started this podcast, and one of his friends chimed in with this joke, and I want to share it to you guys, seeing as we're already in the dark section of the podcast.
Right?
What is the difference?
This was good.
Yeah, what's the difference between a sandwich and a baby? I don't come in my sandwich before I eat it.
The joke doesn't make any sense.
I mean, all right, so we all know that you make jokes funny by explaining them. So, Funnel, you have a sandwich and a baby, and you're going to eat them both? And I said, the difference between them is that I don't come in my sandwich before I eat it. So you had to come in the baby, and then you ate it. That is the joke.
So now I'm a cannibal who enjoys babies?
If you want to be, Funnel, I mean, teach his own, I always say.
I mean...
We got way too far. Like, we're now down in the rabbit hole. It was supposed to be a joke. There's supposed to be some giggles, and we were supposed to move on to the next segment. And we dove way too far in this. Like, there's no coming back.
To be fair, look who is
Lineup.
in this little group of people
cast.
right now. Yeah, that would be the word.
That's because that's the fucking word I use.
Well, it's also the
I just want to point out we're only 9 minutes into this podcast, and I already want this to be over.
Yeah.
So,
Well, see, the thing
Yeah.
is, I only got like a couple hours of sleep, so I'm fucking...
I'm tired.
Because, see, Shane and I decided for some reason to do stuff on Destiny.
Is that why he doesn't want to be on the podcast?
And-
Because he's too fucking tired?
No, he is actually sick.
Well, I'm sick of him.
But
Yeah, fuck you, Shane.
okay. But yeah, so we were doing shit on Destiny and just fucking around. Next thing I know, I look at the clock. It's fucking, I think 6:30. I was like, well, shit. I should probably get some sort of sleep. So, then I passed out in my chair. Then I woke up like 2 hours later because I was super uncomfortable.
This podcast is failing.
My chair is.
All right,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna tell my poop story. Can I tell a poop story? I'm gonna tell a poop story. I mean, we've already gotten to the dark part of the podcast. We just started. So, Daryl, are you ready for a poop story? Because to kick it off, I'd like you to do your thing.
Poop
Yeah,
story.
I've got a poop story. And I wanted you to say Poop City so I could tell it. Poop City.
So what I say Poop
City.
City, just
Poop
starting
City.
it off.
Just say it.
Oh. Poop City.
So I've got a poop story.
Just say
All
it.
right, so
Just say it.
all right, so I was sleeping last night, like people do, and like how it's like that awesome feeling.
Funnel doesn't.
What?
You don't sleep, Funnel, right?
No, I'm the one who doesn't sleep.
You're a vampire.
Like even in this story, I only got maybe 45 minutes of sleep. Anyways, so it took me forever to fall asleep, and I went to sleep, and then that awesome moment when you wake up like a minute before your alarm hits, so you get to wake up like peacefully and not like having a heart attack. Something about you guys, but my alarm when it goes off, it is not only loud, but it scares me awake. Like I have like a panic attack every morning. It's a struggle. So anyways,
See, the alarm clock is the one thing that was well designed, does its job, and everyone fucking hates it for it.
I completely agree.
Like, if you enjoy waking up to your alarm clock, you are more insane.
And the thing is, I've even tried like waking up to like peaceful things, like wind chimes and birds chirping and I fucking right through that. I'm sleeping. I need something that literally sets me into a panic attack every time I wake up. That's how you know you're truly awake. So anyways, so it's that awesome moment when you wake up. It's like 1 minute before your alarm, and part of you is relieved because now you woke up and you get to like disarm your alarm. But then part of you also feels a little cheated, right? Like fuck, I wanted the extra minute of sleep. Well, anyways, I had this sudden urge to poo, and I'm laying in bed, like just trying to wake up, like oh, I gotta poo. And all of a sudden, that switches to, you need to poop now. If you do not, the world will fucking end. Get to the bathroom. And so I'm pretty sure I flew halfway across my house, like before I even like set foot on the ground, because I leapt into action, and I thought what was gonna be a photo finish, and as I plopped my fat ass on that toilet, and I thought I was gonna unleash hell. All you hear is a little, and like it was just a tiny little fart. That's all it was. And I'm sitting there, yet again feeling cheated. So I'm like, fine, whatever. So I get in the shower, and I start doing my shower stuff. And all of a sudden, it's like, wait, no. I do have to poo. Because my body's like, oh, so you farted, you're good. So I went, started, I did my whole shower routine. Got clean, and as I was about to get out, all of a sudden, it's like, oh, God. And I plopped on the toilet and unleashed hell. And I sat there, because taking a poop right after you shower, you might as well just crawl back in bed and start your day all over again. And that's essentially what I had to do. And the reason why I tell this story isn't because I wanted to amuse you with my poop. It's more of just because I'm fucking sick of the human body, of all these thousands of years of evolution, and yet we still have to deal with stupid quirks that do nothing but piss me off. Like, that was one of them. Another thing that really pisses me off is, like, when you choke on air, or if you swallow the wrong way. I hate the human body.
Can honestly say I've never had
I have that issue all the time. Like stubbing your toe and shit. Like, come on. Like, just
You're like,
yeah, like just basically very moderate things that I have to deal with all the time that shouldn't be a problem. I don't know if you guys are with me on this. Like, I don't know, have you ever swallowed the wrong way and then you're sitting there like dying and then you're wondering, how evolution fucked up so bad. Or the hiccups, dude. I am so fucking sick of hiccups. Why? I don't know. It's
You get hiccups because you drink too fast. So stop
Actually,
drinking too fast.
it's
Stop
because of
sucking
irregular
dick.
breathing.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically
No, because like when I drink a
Yeah,
soda
and
super fast,
it
it's
disrupts
like I
it
get the
disrupts your breathing
hiccups.
pattern.
Yeah, because it's carbonated and
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
true.
Yeah,
gases and all
what
that
is it, like
shit.
your rib cage? It's basically when your rib cage wants to do one thing and your diaphragm wants to do the other. So your rib cage like let's say it wants to expand out, but your diaphragm wants to like go in or something, and it's out of sync. It's really your breathing's out of sync when you get hiccups, and you have to almost reset it. Like that's the human body. Something gets out of whack, and you have to work. You have to work and try it to reset that. And I don't know what it is, but I get hiccups all the time, especially when I'm drinking. I don't know what causes that. If someone can like tell me why I get hiccups when I'm drinking booze, that'd be great. I don't know. So Star Wars is coming out Friday,
Ooh,
and who's seeing it opening day?
probably not.
I'm definitely gonna go see it, dude. Because like, no, okay, I wasn't never a Star Wars fan in the beginning. Like, I really didn't know much about Star Wars. I mean, I've seen I watched a few videos on it, but I was kind of like, eh. And then I decided that okay, I'm gonna give Star Wars the time of day and watch it all through. I didn't like a few of the videos, but most of them I actually really enjoyed. And basically, that's you know Darth Vader and like so like I came to love Star Wars, and I like the new one. Just hearing about a new Star Wars movie coming out, I'm excited, but I'm also
I'm terrified. I'm afraid there's gonna be another Jar Jar or something.
terrified. Yeah,
We've been cheated
terrified
before.
because it's gonna be another sequel or
It's
prequel or whatever you
you're
want to call
afraid that
that.
it's gonna be the exact same tragedy that the prequels had. Like episodes 1 and 2 were pretty bad.
Yeah,
Episode 3, I felt like was extremely redeeming. Like it was such a good payoff for those both for both of those terrible movies.
yeah. And what I really don't like is how the Star Wars series. I already know that they're probably not gonna bring back Darth Vader. It's just not a thing. Yeah, if they do, I will be happy. But if they most likely
I
don't.
just need to nerd out for a second. I just want to point out, like, I mean, I know that Darth Vader is pretty badass, but in the movies, he's portrayed like, he's portrayed like such a little puss. Like, I've been reading the Old Republic books because I like the Old Republic more than I like the basically everything around the Battle of Yavin and afterwards. I like the Old Republic, like Darth Revan, Darth Malak, Darth Nihilus, and all that. I've been reading the Old Republic books.
Yeah.
And the Emperor that is running the Empire, dude, that guy is super badass. He's immortal. He survived for over 1,000 years because I'm reading the Revan book right now. And this dude, I mean, Vader's cool, but the Emperor, he stripped an entire planet of life, like completely wiped it out. Like everybody was like, ha ha ha, we're going about our day, and then all of a sudden life just ended for an entire planet. And he did it so hardcore that he stripped the force from the planet and made a void. And yet Vader's supposed to be the most powerful, like, dark Jedi in all of, like, Star Wars. Like, I want to say Revan.
Yeah,
Revan
but
was
that
the most powerful dark Jedi, and then Vader shows up and puts Revan to shame.
That's what I didn't like about the movies. The movies made Darth Vader into such a
Like, if you play the games
like
or read the books,
it
he's a
turned
badass.
him into yeah, and then like in the movies, he was like the king of all the Darth Vader. I'm okay. You can say that the Emperor taught him or whatever, but no. Darth Vader was Darth Vader as soon as he turned to Darth Vader. If you get what I'm saying. I mean, Luke Skywalker. Okay, Luke Skywalker when he grew up as Luke Skywalker, whatever. Not Luke Skywalker, Anakin Skywalker.
I have no idea what you're on about.
Okay, he was on that fence either. When he was.
You
Anakin
should just
Skywalker.
start over.
Okay, no, okay. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, uh, you know how Anakin Skywalker was supposed to be the prophecy,
Oh, it's supposed to
the
return balance
Jedi's
to the
hope and all
Force.
that.
He was supposed to be the
Yeah,
most
balance
powerful
to the
Force like
Force, and
adept ever.
the most powerful Jedi, and basically he stepped it up a notch. He was supposed to be the most powerful Jedi, but instead he went to the dark side and unleashed all of
Well,
his potential. Basically, he was just like fuck the light side. Because
well, there's
I'm
power
thinking
in the dark
if he would
side.
have stayed on the jet, I know I'm thinking if he would have stayed on the light side, the Jedi's side, he would have been restricted in
Oh
some
yeah.
way.
Well, same thing.
But
Same thing with
no, when he stepped into the
no.
dark
You're
side,
you're yet again.
no restrictions.
No, like
No
even like those who
restrictions.
like even like the Sith who are raised to that, they're like the polar opposite of the Jedi.
Yeah.
Basically, the Sith, they are bound by the dark side of the Force, and the Jedi are bound by the light side of the Force, and they both restrict what their
Yeah.
understanding of the Force just by walking their certain lines. Whereas like the thing I love about Revan is even Vader did that. Is like after he turned to the dark side, like he was dark. Whereas like Revan was a Jedi, a super powerful Jedi, and then he ended up finding the Emperor. The Emperor turned him to the dark. He returned with the fleet, almost conquered the Republic, and became one of the most badass Dark Jedi that ever happened. And then his Force powers were actually stripped away from him, and his mind was stripped away, and he relearned everything about himself, and also basically became a whole new man at the same time, while learning both the light side and the dark, and also using his already existing understanding of the Force. And he basically and the reason I love Revan so much, and because he's like the ultimate, he's supposed to be the most powerful Dark Jedi until Vader shows up. The reason why I like him is because his understanding of the Force is the true balance of the Force. Is that there should be a light and a dark. It's that they're both like yin and yang. Like, there's always got to be a constant balance, and the Force must always push in one direction to make sure that balance is always there. So like sometimes you'll have the champion of the Jedi who will, strike down all the dark side users, like Revan did. Or sometimes you'll have a champion of the dark and he'll wipe out all the light like Vader did. Like there's that, it's like a push and pull. And he mastered both the light and the dark side and used both. And that's, I don't know, like, and he was able to unlock more like unlimited, more power in what he did. And what I love is that he actually befriends a Sith, like an actual, like, the species you call the Sith. He befriends a Sith and takes him on like as an ally in the book called Revan, and his name is Darth Scourge, and he actually is not only he's basically intrigued by Revan and his wisdom and his understanding of the Force, and Revan tries to teach him. And Revan was a Jedi, and he was teaching a Sith the ways of the Force. And we just kind of nerded the fuck out, and at least I did. And it's like when Halo 5 came out all over again, and I started like just down my hole of knowledge of like just Star Wars crap or Halo crap. So, anyways, yeah. So the movie's coming out, and I'm probably not seeing that until maybe the week of Christmas because that theater's gonna be packed.
Yeah. Yeah, true. Well, like I was saying, though, I just really hate it. I know all of the stuff we were just talking about is non-canon now. Thanks, Disney.
No. See, I hate them for that because like the Old Republic, which is my favorite part of Star Wars, is completely wiped away. And I get that. I mean, it still exists. It's considered like legends or whatever. But I get the reason why they wiped it all clean. Besides the 6 movies, Star Wars Clone Wars animated series, Star Wars Rebels the animated series, and now they've actually been adding books and comic books back into canon as well. And I mean, obviously they're continuing on with the basically the soap opera of the Skywalker family, because that's what Lucas always wanted to show, was like almost like the soap opera of the Skywalker family. And then we're also gonna have standalone movies like Star Wars Rogue One. But I get why they stripped it all away, and I'm still upset about them for it. Like, upset towards them for doing this. Is now they're giving everybody a chance to explore Star Wars all over again. So like think about like the hardcore people who like read all the books, who read the comics, who like let's say episode 7 came out and they knew exactly what was going to happen and how it was going to happen, and basically it's just like taking what they already knew and putting it on screen. That's not really fun. Whereas now, like that mystery's back. It's like you get to rediscover your beloved series all over again. You know, and be surprised and shocked and awed. You know, whether you're 10 or whether you're 50, because we're now all on the same page. It doesn't matter how much you know about all the expanded universe, because we're all back on the same page again.
Yeah.
And that's really cool.
All back on the same page again. That's why the only thing I hope is, I like I was saying before, I know most likely Darth Vader is probably dead, but if they do bring Darth Vader back, there is a chance. And if they do, I'm going to come in my shorts too. But if they do, I hope Disney does him right. Please, Disney, do him right. That's all. I'm getting on my knees here. Just do him right.
So,
like, don't make him like freaking Lucas did. Oh my goodness.
But then again, think about it, those movies were done in the 70s.
Terrible Darth Vader. Yeah, I know they were done in the 70s, but I'm saying like they were done in the 70s, but they still made the action and stuff really good. They were doing really good with the models and stuff. And like, okay, if you can do all that, you can make a badass character. You made a bitch god, basically.
Do you want episode 7 to seem like it's the greatest movie you've ever seen in your entire life, especially from Star Wars? So I've got a way that you can. Okay, yes! So what you need to do is on YouTube. They did 2 movies. There's 2 actually original spin-off Star Wars movies. You should watch them. And then immediately after that, watch episode 7. And episode 7 will seem like the greatest thing ever. There's a Star Wars movie, well, 2 of them. I know what the first one's called. It's called The Caravan of Courage. It takes place directly after episode 6 on the Harvest Moon of Endor. And the entire movie is about Ewoks, some little kid named Mace Windu, and by the way, he's white, and his little baby sister. Basically what happens is they crash on this fucking Harvest Moon of Endor, they meet the Ewoks, and they try to save their parents, and it is probably one of the worst movies I think I've ever seen in my life. And you know the guy who did all the claymation movies, who like sang and did all the...
Yeah.
He did all the singing and narration. What's his name? Burl Ives? Is that it? He narrates the entire movie for both of them. So the guy who narrated the old school Christmas movies, like Rudolph and everything, is the guy narrating Star Wars. And the narration carries through the whole movie. They are awful. And you can watch it on YouTube. And by the way, the only the only aliens you see are like a giant monster and the Ewoks. Everything else is like real animals, like earthbound animals, like horses and shit. It's really bad. Like they actually ride horses. It's something that happens in a galaxy far, far away. There's horses. And other humanoid and earthbound creatures, not humanoid, but earthbound creatures. Man, it is terrible. The entire movie is summed up with Mace being a little fucking shit, his sister whining, and I think dying, and little Ewoks who just need to be dead. It is... Like, honestly, those movies are so bad that it actually gives the Star Wars Holiday Special some credit. Like, the Star Wars Holiday Special is better than The Caravan of Courage. You guys need to watch it. It's awful. Like, I'm pretty sure I got AIDS from watching that movie.
Yeah. Well, we'll see when Star Wars comes
Listen,
out.
it cannot be worse than...
If they don't bring back Darth Vader...
It doesn't matter.
I can... If they don't bring back Darth Vader, I kind of expected it. If they do, I'm gonna have a freaking nerdgasm.
You know,
just jizz.
You know what really pisses me off?
everywhere.
Is I was on Reddit.
If
I'm a fucking internet addict.
yeah,
And I'm pretty sure that episode 7
Uh-huh.
was spoiled for me. Like, I'm pretty sure I know who Kylo Ren is, and basically the whole plot synopsis. And it's like one of those.
actually, I already know who Kylo Ren is.
No.
It's not
no.
Luke Skywalker.
No.
If they said that.
Don't say it, because first of all, I don't want to spoil it to any of our listeners. They'll discover it when they see the movie.
Yeah. I didn't actually expect who Kylo Ren was because I know. Okay, you know who the actor is, right?
I don't want to talk about it. I want to get in depth. I don't want to ruin this for anybody.
Yeah, no. I don't want to talk about it. I'm just like I didn't expect it when they said the person that was going to be playing Kylo Ren. I was just like, wait, what?
Yeah, man.
And then they were like, yep. And I'm like, so is Kylo Ren a something of somebody? And I'm just like, oh, ooh, this may be interesting.
Yeah, but it sucks that people.
So if it goes one of the ways I'm hoping it goes, then I'm excited.
By the way, this is now the point of your life where you should shut down from all social media. Do not browse Reddit. Do not check Twitter or Facebook or Tumblr or any of that, because. Even for something simple like The Breaking Bad, The Walking Dead, or The Game of Thrones, there are spoilers all the time on those shows. So imagine what's going to be like.
Spoilers galore.
So do yourself a favor.
Star Wars is gonna be that. That's why I really don't get on social media anymore. I mean, I kind of do, but don't.
I just recently signed up for Twitter for the Assorted Wares stuff, and like my only tweets were like calling Keely a dick or something, and then Keely wanted to test like Twitter or whatever, and then he made me tweet at Assorted Wares again, and my tweet said Keely told me to tweet this. Ooh, Daryl, who's that? Daryl. Who was that?
Yeah.
Who is that?
What's up?
Who did?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
that
who
was
was that?
just. Somebody talking on something.
What do you mean? Oh, you're watching Twitch. Alright, well anyways, we're gonna stop talking about Star Wars. I'm pretty sure Funnel's fucking lost. He hasn't said anything in the longest time.
He hasn't said anything yet. I don't think Funnel gets Star Wars. Like, Funnel, do you not like Star Wars, or?
No, see, I like the movies enough, but I haven't watched them religiously or anything. I think I've seen. I think I might have seen.
I'm
all
probably
of
the
them,
biggest Star Wars
but I'm not
fan in
sure.
Assorted Wares. You know,
The new one
oh,
looks good, but I'm definitely gonna wait a
I'm
while
probably
to
gonna
see
see
it
it
because. I mean, you could wait until that.
Dude,
comes out.
I mean, it's me, Funnel. I'm probably gonna watch it in the theaters multiple times.
Yeah, I know.
Funnel, you know what? That reminds me. Remember when the first Hobbit movie came out, and I saw that, and then you came up to hang out with me for a couple of days, and you're like, "Hey, what should we do?" And I'm like, "Oh, the Hobbit's out," and I think I had like free tickets to go see the movie, and you're like, "All right, let's do it." And but you and I were already drinking, and didn't we take like my little sister as well? Yeah, we took my sister as well.
I think
And
so. Yeah.
halfway through the movie, I already saw it and I was already drunk. And we also snuck liquor in. By the way, we had a designated driver. We had someone drop us off. So before the internet freaks out at us. Anyways, Funnel, I remember that. I mean, I already saw it, but we both passed out drunk in the movie. And we were both snoring super loud.
Dude, I remember waking up to your sister like trying to nudge you or something.
I thought she sat next to you. I don't know.
No. Did she? No. I don't know.
Yeah, I know I snored. She told
Like
me
you
that
said, we were drunk.
we were both snoring.
And that movie was really good. It's just
Alcohol, man.
like after I actually watched it,
Oh yeah,
it was pretty good. It's
all,
just
all the movies are great.
I'd been drinking, so I passed the fuck out.
And obviously, we know the book is better
Yeah.
than the movies. All you shitlords on the internet.
It's
No,
like that with
movies are
every
better
movie though,
because I
because
don't have to read.
I know like sometimes you can't fit everything from in the book in a movie, but at least you can get the book and at least you can actually kind of keep the book and the movie the same, like the Hunger Games. We're gonna friggin' get rain fired down upon me or some friggin' fire
There
arrows
was a
and
girl on
death
fire.
and destruction or whatever. But I really didn't like the
Get the fuck out of here.
Mockingjay movies
The books are
or
great.
the Hunger Game movies.
The books are amazing.
The books were
The
really
movies
good.
are
The
good.
books were really good. I really didn't like the movies. I really didn't like them.
Alright, well,
I
I'm
didn't
making
like them
myself a drink.
because the book and the movies are kind of too much far apart for me, and I'm just like, I mean, they kind of kept some things the same, but they changed a lot of other stuff, and just the movies just they kind of annoyed me. For some parts, kind of was just like, really, it's kind of stupid.
I don't
I
know.
mean, in the book it went this way, which makes more sense, but in the movie it goes this way, and you're just like, what?
That is another series that I never watched or read.
That's really good. You know what I started doing? So you know how like I work overnights and then I do a lot of stuff like by myself. So I listen to a lot of podcasts. I listen to our podcast a lot, like very repetitively. I listen to like the Rooster Teeth and the Achievement Hunter and the Funhouse. I listen to like On the Spot. I mean, basically everything Rooster Teeth puts out, I end up watching because I'm a goddamn Rooster Teeth junkie. But I actually like I haven't stopped with them, but I slowed down. I started listening to audiobooks. Man, that is the greatest way to get through life when you're at work. It's happening because I get so immersed in these audiobooks that time just flies by, man. I get so immersed that like next thing I know it's like break time. Next thing I know it's like time for me to take lunch. Next thing I know,
Actually, yeah, I actually wanted to get started in audiobooks. Like, is that app free or
all
does
right,
it
so
cost?
they're not our sponsor. They're Rooster Teeth sponsor. And if you go to audiblepodcast.com/Rooster Teeth, you get a free audiobook and a trial to the 1 month, like a 1 month free trial on Audible.
Is it like a free
Uh,
audiobook? Like, it's
yeah,
any free
anyone, dude, you
audiobook
could
or
get any audiobook for free. And while you have a membership, all books that you
nice.
buy are 30% off, I think. And you every month that you're signed up, you get a free book. Dude, I've already
That's
blown through my free book, and I'm already
sweet.
like 2 books deep, and I just started.
It's actually
Yeah,
pretty
I
good.
mean, like
Oh,
a
well.
lot of the books that,
People go to
yeah.
audiobooks.com.
So they're not our sponsor; they're a company that we love sponsor. So one more time, it is audiblepodcast.com/Rooster Teeth. Dude, that's advertising at its best.
We're
Yeah, for
advertising for
free.
them instead of advertising for ourselves. This is the worst
We
advertisement
all right.
ever.
So what happened is that Audible pays Rooster Teeth for ads every once in a while, and I love them so much that I listen to their ads all the time that I finally decided to check out their service, and their service was so great that now I have to recommend it on our on our production. So what happened was Audible paid for an ad for Rooster Teeth, but ended up getting a free ad on Assware just because I love Rooster Teeth. Man, we need to send them a letter.
Well, this is the way the world works, people.
So, anyways, 25 shots of Christmas is way more than I fucking bargained for, man. It's going to kill me. Like, one shot a day. One shot a day doesn't seem like much. But, I mean, maybe it's because I'm going through the hassle of trying to record every shot. And, like, some of them are on point. Some of them are really good. I've enjoyed a lot of them. And some of them are also terrible. Like, their bourbon was really good. Like, all their flavored vodkas are really good. And, like, their straight vodka and, like, their bourbon whiskey. Oh, my God, dude. Like, I had trouble with those. Man, it is...
Straight vodka and bourbon whiskey you had trouble with? Why?
No, I mean,
Whiskey's not
it's
that bad.
only, like, certain vodkas I can drink straight. And, like, I like bourbon and I like whiskey. But for some reason, like, whiskey bourbon, I don't know, man. I didn't really like it. Like, I don't know. Like, what is bourbon whiskey, Funnel? You're a registered alcoholic.
I don't fucking know. I drink
Yeah,
vodka.
you don't even drink vodka. You drink fucking grain alcohol. You
Cheap
basically
fucking
drink
shit.
ethanol, really. You drink fucking Everclear, which is 95% alcohol.
No, you know what Everclear is? Cheap and gets me drunk.
Everclear is a great way to destroy your insides. You know what, Funnel? I want to tell I'm gonna look up what bourbon whiskey is, real fast or whatever. While I'm doing that, I'm gonna try to tell a story, and I know I'm far away from the mic right now. I am making myself a drink because I already drank it. I also just knocked over all my little bottles, so my entire prop stage area where I'm done doing 25 shots of Christmas is now just ruined. Like everything just fell over. Like I broke it. It's broken now. It's like Funnel. When I walk up to your house and I actually take a block out of your house in Minecraft, I'm like, Funnel, I broke it. Remember you and I were we were on the Assorted Wares server, getting things ready for a Let's Play. And I walked up to your house and I accidentally took a block, like a wooden block, out of the side of your house. And I'm like, Funnel, I broke it. And you walked over and you started laughing. I'm like, the whole thing's broken. We need to throw it out.
No, see, you know what I loved is I have a little it's a mini plate TNT player launcher thing. Fucking Daryl. First thing he does is he finds that, fucking clicks the button, not knowing what it is. All of a sudden the TNT dispenses, and I just hear him freaking out like, everything blew up. And I was going through and I was mildly worried, so I was like, how much blew up? And he's like, oh, nothing.
Apparently, bourbon whiskey is just whiskey that's distilled like it is normally, but it's primarily distilled with corn. That's what the internet says. All right. So, anyways, Everclear. I drink Everclear as well. Not today. I'm drinking Fireball cinnamon whiskey with Coke. It's super good. Listen,
Fireball.
You just can't drink it because you fucking drank a liter of it in an hour, and that's what you get. We've already told that story on the podcast. Funnel, for his birthday, drank a whole liter of fucking Fireball cinnamon whiskey, and he drank the whole liter in an hour, and I'm pretty sure he almost died. We got a video.
Did he get alcohol poisoning or
go on to what
Probably.
you need to do is check out our channel and watch post birthday celebration or some shit. Post birthday party celebration. Yeah, that was the result. That was after he vomited and volcanoed, just fucking puke everywhere. Dude, he got puke everywhere.
yeah.
Actually, in the video, the garbage can that some of the cans fall off of him and fall into had puke in it.
Yeah.
That's why that's gone forever. Ugh. No one's picking that out of the trash.
Yeah.
But anyways, I remember Funnel the first time we had Everclear. We already experimented with Devil Springs. That's 160 proof, so double the strength of regular vodka. And
Yeah.
I did a shot of that ages ago. That wasn't really fun. I didn't really enjoy that. I enjoyed the after effects. I just didn't enjoy that. We had Everclear, which is 190 proof. It's 95% alcohol. So in my stupid head, Funnel and I get our red Solo cups, and we pour some Everclear in there straight. And this is the first time we ever did a shot of Everclear. And I'm like, oh, I know of a way to make this shot taste better. I'm gonna put some Fireball cinnamon whiskey in there. And we just poured some more into the red Solo cup. And I think the exact words that were said is, that looks like it's a shot, maybe more, whatever. And Funnel, you did the same thing, but I think you used a type of schnapps. Well, you took your shot, as I kind of just stood there cradling mine, because I knew it was going to suck. And you're like, oh, come on, just do it. And you already did yours. And I think you're actually pouring yourself maybe another one. I'm like, all right, well, it's half cinnamon whiskey, half Everclear, and I downed it. That was probably the worst decision I made that entire year. Everclear burns, cinnamon whiskey burns. Together, that is an unholy, unnatural burn. I was on fire, and I'm pretty sure I threw it up immediately. And it tasted like
Yeah, it
asshole.
was surprisingly immediate.
You said Fireball
Everclear,
and
half and half. Yeah,
Everclear.
I don't even know how much it
God
was,
damn.
but I'm pretty sure it was way more than the shot. Cause we just poured it into a cup. I'm like,
Fireball is already
Yeah, I know.
hot too, and you
Yeah.
drink it with Everclear. That's like,
dude,
oof.
my everything was on fire. And then, oh no, and then what made it even worse is that I threw it up immediately, and then the stomach acid combined with all that made it burn even more. And then, funnel, I want to say an hour after that, we ended up getting. I think we were coming back to my house, and we ended up stopping at like Olean to see Gay Mike, and you and I were extremely drunk in the back seat while we were being, and we had like a flask in the car, and we were passing a flask of Fireball back and forth, getting even more drunk, and we had to like take like 3 pit stops to take a piss, and like a half-hour drive. And then we went to my house.
Dude, I remember stopping at that one fucking
Yeah.
convenience store. Jesus
And
Christ.
then, because I think my mom was actually driving us, and then I remember like we went from Alfred to Olean, and we had to keep stopping to take a piss like every couple of minutes because we were so drunk. And then we ended up seeing Mikey or whatever, and that was fun. And then we ended up driving to my house, and I remember you just being passed out, and I was bored, and I kept like trying to fucking wake you up and like poke you with shit.
Dude, I remember your mom was fucking pissed because I passed out and I was in the passenger seat. Fucking, I had my head laid against her window.
Because she's like super OCD about clean
Yeah,
stuff in her windows.
Yeah. Yeah. But, so, do we have any games that we're gonna talk
I don't know.
about?
Is there a good game you played?
Yeah, I actually want to talk about the Division Alpha. I played that.
How was it?
It was actually pretty good. I mean, it was decent. It's just an alpha, so they still have a few things to work on. The weather system was pretty good. Night and day cycle was fun. The night and day cycle I think could be a little bit better, because instead of just going like like day and just like make it go to night, not immediately to night, just switch from night, but it kind of shades, but it doesn't look like how like day to day, how like real time Earth, whatever, day and night cycle. It doesn't have that, like that. If you look up in the sky, you don't see that floor, like that goldish red glow. And that's what kind of I was like, they could probably like add a little bit more realism to this. And I'm like, all right. And another thing is, hopefully they add for the beta or the official game, they have like a attachment system for the weapons. Hopefully we don't get. I would be happy if they have an attachment system for the weapons, because if they just give us weapons that have automatic attachments to it, I'm gonna be upset. I know it's an RPG, so normally you get like a weapon that has stats and that's it. But if you can't, I mean, you could probably, I mean, they could probably add like a stat system to where it shows you the damage, the recoil, and like penetration, stuff like that, whatever. And if
You
they
said
add like,
penetration.
I like penetration.
huh? Penetration. He likes penetration. You said, what is the use of penetration?
No, I said hi. You said
And then I said I
penetration.
like penetration.
Nah, penetration. Yeah, cause like if you add like some weapon mods, like I say you could add like 5 weapon mods, a barrel, sight, like handle grip, and foregrip, if you want one, or under barrel or something. I know it's a third person cover shooter, but I mean, Sometimes you're not going to be in cover. You're just going to shoot. You're not going to always be in cover. And like having things that reduces recoil, ups some accuracy and stuff like that would be nice. Instead of having your gun just all over the place, missing every shot while you're in cover or whatever like that. That's kind of annoying. But other than that, like the weapon system was nice. The handling was really good. The recoil was all right. Behind cover, like I know behind cover you're just spraying and it's supposed to be sloppy, but
Yo, speaking of
the bullets are
behind
going
cover,
freaking everywhere.
I just learned in Fallout, if you're behind cover and you peek out of a corner, you still remain in cover as you peek around a fucking corner. I just learned that. I'm level 50 fucking 5, and I just learned that. You know what the worst part about shit like that is? I played Skyrim for a year. I played Skyrim for an entire year.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I was like at 80% of getting all the achievements at this point, which, by the way, I have all the achievements for Skyrim. And someone's like, I'm like, dude, I hate walking back and forth from all these places. And they're like, walking? Like, why don't you just sprint? I'm like, you could do that? I played the game for a year, didn't even know you could fucking sprint. By the way, probably the worst feeling I've ever felt in my entire life. Is
doing something in a game for all that time, not knowing you
all
can
the other shit I could have done, but instead I was just slowly walking everywhere, and I could have been sprinting and shit.
Yeah, probably. Maybe
I was just upset. I just wanted to die. So I don't feel good because I didn't have a hypothetical question this week, so I was trying to think of stuff, and I was still like, I mean, you were talking about your game, and it sounds awesome. I haven't played the Tom Clancy game since like End War though. The Siege looks amazing.
Yeah, Siege is actually really good. I played the beta for that too. I'm supposed to be getting it really soon too, but it's really good.
Multiplayer
it's a really good
really.
game.
Like I like single player games. Like Call of Duty is a game that you buy for multiplayer. I buy it for the campaign, which by the way I haven't bought new Call of Duty, nor will I. I'll buy this. What is Black Ops 3? I'll buy Black Ops 3 when Call of Duty, whatever, who gives a fuck, comes out next November. But back on the topic at hand, hypothetical road. We're gonna start the hypothetical road because I don't feel good. Because I thought about this. Because I just thought about this. Because I was thinking, my mind was still in the back. I was still remembering with a Fireball and Everclear, and I was thinking about other gross shit that we could drink. And Daryl, do you want to walk down the hypothetical road with me?
I know it's gonna be one of those hypothetical roads for sure. Yeah, let's go.
So
let's do
$1 million. You will get $1 million. But oh god, I don't feel good. You have to drink a cup of. Oh my god. I don't feel good. You have to drink a cup of dip spit from 3 guys. So like, think of.
Oh no! I know it. Oh no!
A full red Solo cup that 3 dudes were spitting, chewing tobacco into, and they filled it to the brim, and you have to drink that entire fucking thing.
No.
Oh my god. It would probably be cold.
Yeah, I thought about it. I thought about it too hard.
Oh my god. Why do I do these things to us?
I keep thinking. Stop thinking about it too hard.
My god.
My brain is just like.
Daryl, you know what the worst part about this? No. You've got saliva in your mouth, and I'm grossed out about that.
No, it's not even the saliva. I mean, imagine him, and he spits a loogie, bro. He just spits one of those nice.
Oh no, it's brown. It is fucking brown, dude. It's so like so you got a lip in, so you got a chunk of chewing tobacco.
Stop
in your mouth.
Stop.
And you keep spitting out the excess. It's 3 guys doing this into 1 red Solo cup. And you have to drink
Stop. Okay, no, I'm not doing it. 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 No,
God.
no,
Funnel.
no.
How are you okay?
No.
Funnel's just okay.
Dude, I'm maintenance at fucking Walmart.
He's probably seen it all. He's seen it all.
I don't feel good anymore.
Dude, I have seen people who literally shit on the floor.
I can't think about it.
Daryl.
Every time I thought about it,
I wish Keely was here. He probably
don't think
would have
about it.
thrown up. Because I'm like, Keely, what if? No,
He
like,
probably
Keely,
would've.
I was like, what if Keely was here? And I hope he listens to this. Keely, hypothetical road for you for when you listen to this later. So fuck you, future Keely. You don't have to drink the dip. You've got to dunk wet bread into it and then eat the.
I don't mind wet
The
bread,
dip
but just wet bread inside of that's
Oh my god, dude!
overboard.
It's like when you have like Italian bread with your spaghetti. It'd be like that. It'd be wet bread dips.
Oh, stop, dude! Like, oh my god, like my,
I don't feel good,
I'm
dude.
like, I'm
My stomach feels like
gagging
it's
here,
flipped
dude.
inside
Like,
out. Oh my god.
and friggin', oh my goodness, like, y'all would seriously
my
think
God.
I'm just making those noises, but
I'm
no,
gonna
that's
die.
legit. My reflexes just kicking. That's because I
Keely-
keep thinking about it, and that's my reflexes
Keely's got the
kicking.
strong. Keely's got the weakest stomach of all of us. He would have thrown up. He would have thrown up. Right there.
No, like I haven't thrown up in besides me drinking the alcohol, but I haven't thrown up without
Oh, dude,
drinking
I throw
alcohol
up
forever
a
in a
lot.
long time, and like, oh my
I throw up at
goodness,
least once a month.
this right here is about to make me. It's making my reflexes.
But I'm
go,
saying if
ugh,
Keely,
no, I'm
the thing
done.
is that Keely's going to listen to this, and he's gonna throw up.
He is. He definitely is.
So Keely, fuck you, future Keely. This is what you get for being a poop. Now I just imagine someone fucking like literally shitting a
Ugh.
turd into that cup and just a splashing like onto their anus. Just a cascade of dip spit splashing on their butt as you fucking dude. By the way, I hate that. I hate when you're like especially in a public toilet and you got that really dense poo, and you're pooping, and then you get that splashback in the toilet. You feel so soiled. Like you'll never be clean again. I'm pretty sure it's rape. I'm pretty sure it's rape when that happens.
That's why normally, if I go, I normally never use
But-
public restrooms because I'm scared.
no,
I
no,
guess
a
you
life
could
hack?
say. But if I do have to, like, I really will never. But if I actually have to, I will put toilet paper in it first.
And in the bowl, yeah. If you put toilet paper in the bowl, it prevents the splashback. Did you know that? This is a life hack I learned
Did I
way
know?
too late in life. That so like so you know what I'm talking about, like the poop
What's up?
splashback where the water splashes and hits you like in the butthole and the taint.
Yeah.
That won't happen if you put toilet paper into the toilet and then you sit down. So you throw like a wad of toilet paper into the shitter, and
Yeah, that's what I said.
I learned
That's
that
what I'm
too
saying.
late
If you throw
in life.
toilet paper, that's why I started throwing.
I learned
You
that
said what?
way too late in life. I lived my life getting.
Yeah. That's why I started. That's why I did. Like I rarely ever use a bathroom and a public restroom. But if I do, I
Alright,
make
so
sure I
this
put
is
first. I put freaking toilet paper on them
wait,
seats,
real fast. This is for all the guys out there.
and then I throw
This is
toilet
for all
paper
the
in the
guys out
toilet.
there who know this feeling of when like you're at a public restroom and you go to take a shit and the tip of your knob, like your knob, hits the side of the toilet and your heart sinks a little.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, dude. I've actually never had the tip of mine because I normally, like I said, don't use it. And if I do, I make
Oh
sure
no, dude!
hold
I was
I'm
at
just
work
saying.
taking a dump,
I hold it.
and not only did my tip hit it, but like you know how you have like that there's like the head of your penis and there's like that tiny like little notch in between the shaft and the head
Mhm.
that like got clipped into the side of the
Yeah.
bowl, like it got like I
Ugh.
mean it only hung there for like a second, but it was like right there, and then I pulled up, like there was some tension on my wiener. I wanted to die. Yeah, all the guys out there know exactly what I'm talking about, and that's like the worst thing in the world. Man, I still don't feel good after the hypothetical road. Alcohol will make me feel better. So, anyways, I throw up a lot. I throw up more than I should. Like a few months ago, I ate a shit ton of ice cream cake, took a shot of Everclear, and immediately threw it all up, and it felt wrong. It was extremely creamy. Like it felt like so like if you imagine if you got like a can of like Ready Whip, right, and you're like spraying that on top of your ice cream. That's how it felt coming out of my mouth. It felt wrong.
It felt like,
dude, I was a human
can
like,
of Ready Whip. Felt like you swallowed jizz and just started.
Well, no, not jizz, because
I know. I'm just glad.
Oh my gosh.
Nah, it's just like I'm like, nah. That's why if I when I drink, I make sure I eat something like solid and like
All right, so
So anyway, I have a quick thing. Me and Shane, we were playing Destiny, and came to the conclusion that Bungie needs to add like a harder difficulty for their older raids. So like when they put out a DLC and they raise up your level and all that, they need to raise levels of the old raids, because Shane and I went through and we went to do the Crota's End raid. And obviously no one's fucking looking for people to do Crota's End on any of the looking for group apps or all that. Yep. So we went through and we're like, we'll give it a shot and we'll try and just 2-man it. And we were able to go through that entire raid 2-man.
I can believe it.
And I know that people can solo it, and I've actually seen a few people on YouTube fucking solo like the whole raid. I don't understand it. I don't get how you get that much concentration into something like that, but I don't know. They need to do something
about gaming.
Make it so people actually want to play
I just got
those
a new
games
Connect.
or play those modes again.
Man, Daryl, do you have a Connect?
No.
So, my Connect's been broken for a year. I got the Xbox One, day one, it came out, and my Connect broke like shortly after that. And I've just been having it sit there. Well, I finally broke down and I got a new one, because the way that we record for like Let's Plays and stuff, I needed to connect. So I finally got one. And I'm still like snapping and going back to home and doing all the simple functions. When I first got the Xbox, I had to Connect do that. It would always be, you'd say like Xbox and then it would do the thing, And I got so used to not doing it, and I got so fast with the controller that I now have the shortcut, the Connect, but I haven't used it at all. And by the way, this Connect is so much nicer than the 360 Connect. Like, fun. You remember when I got the Connect for the 360 and how much fun we had with that thing? Dude, what we play all the time. I remember I used to just drink and just get so wasted, and you would play the Gunstringer like all night long, and like everyone just watched you play the Gunstringer because you were super good at that game. Actually, I think Rooster Teeth had a game commentary in that as well. Funnel, we need to replay that game just so we can listen to the Rooster Teeth commentary. Dude, we also played Fruit Ninja like so much in Connect Sports. Dude, Fruit Ninja. Dude, remember like, so we were super drunk, right? And we had Jake over. It was you, me, and Jake, and we were going so hard, and I was going so crazy, and we were doing partners. I think it was you versus me, and then I smashed my hand on my metal bedpost, and I thought I broke my hand. I think you all. I think it was you or Jake. One
See-
of you or Jake hit me in the face while playing Connect Sports 2. Like as we were playing it, like we had to jump and like move our hands, and I think someone hit me in the face. Man, Jake loved the Connect.
See, I remember there was a game. It was kind of like Lunar Lander, except it was for the Kinect. That game was fucking just impossible.
Yeah, I remember. I know what you're talking about. I don't know what it's called.
I can't remember what the hell it was called.
Yeah, no, it was like some sort of like beta game or like something like free on the 360 dashboard, and you had to use the Kinect to like land the shuttle or something. Man, that was hard.
Yeah.
You know, speaking of
I
Jake,
remember-
wait, real fast. Jake is our friend from college. You can actually see him in one of our videos. He's in Rock Paper Scissors Balls. He's the guy wearing the very, very, very bright coat, saying, I don't want to touch anyone's penis, because we wanted him to be the nut-checking judge, and he wouldn't do it. You know, Jake, I mean, he's a super nice guy. Remember that time we were watching Elfin Lied, the anime in our room? And you and I both passed out drunk, and he stayed in our room all night long with us just, because we always had that thing, like, where, if we fall asleep, just, close and lock the door and, like, let yourself out when we were in college. He stayed all night long and watched the entire anime. Like, we woke up, and he was still there. It was kind of creepy. But no, dude, he loved the Connect. He used to come over, and like he would never really drink with us, or if he had a drink, he'd have just one. Like like I remember the one time he gave us a 20, and we went out and we bought like a whole case of beer, and he had like 2 beers. Like, because we always had that rule in our room that like feel free to come over and have drinks. But if you come over a lot, like we had a solo cup full of money. Just throw a few dollars in there so we can keep the party going. And we would also take back all of our empties. We were broke college kids, so if we had anybody over, let's say like our friend Dave, who's an alcoholic, would always be in our room and always be drinking with us. And then every once in a while, he'd like throw like a $20 bill in the cup. Well, Jake threw a 20 in the cup, but he only used it, and he only had 2 beers. He kept the party going. But, dude, he loved the Connect. He used to just come over all the time just to play the Connect funnel. I don't know if you remember that. Like, he's like, hey, what you guys doing? I'm like, I don't know, just chilling. He's like, can I come over and, like, play Xbox? I'm like, yeah, man, sure, why not? Speaking of people coming over all the time in our room funnel, remember the time I just bought Dead Space, and we had the room, like, blacked out, and it was the first time I ever played Dead Space, and I was like, like it was starting to get like a little tense and terrifying, and we always had the rule that if you couldn't text us, just throw a snowball at our window to let us know that you're downstairs so we could let you in. Well, I'm playing Dead Space, and like it's like one of those like moments where something's about to happen, like something's gonna jump out and scare the shit out of you, and then Cody, our other friend from Alfred, threw a snowball at our window, and I jumped like a foot off the fucking ground and like threw my controller. Because he scared the shit out of me so bad. Man, those Dead Space games are really good. I hope they come out with a 4th one.
Honestly, I'm just waiting for him to port him over to the 1.
Yeah, man, those games are really good.
I enjoyed them. I never fully played through. I think I fully played 2, but I never played 1 or 3.
Oh,
They have the 3rd.
we're getting close to time. Yeah, they've got 3 of them. But Daryl, are you still with us? It looks like you're about to sleep over there. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sir.
I want to ask you guys, and it's gonna be a stupid question, but stay with me. Have you guys ever littered? Like thrown trash like on the street or something? Like littered?
We're gonna get so much hate for this one.
Well, I mean, everyone's done it at least once, right? Okay.
Sure.
And then you have those environmentalists that are like, I've never littered. Don't litter. You're killing
Okay.
the earth.
Well,
And I'm
people
not
are gonna
saying that's
hate
a
me.
bad thing. I'm just
A
saying.
lot of people are gonna hate me.
Yeah.
So, a routine that Funnel and I used to do back when we went to college together is that we would every Friday we'd go out and get lunch at McDonald's or Burger King. And you guys are gonna think I'm a monster. And so, in between the two campuses that made up Alfred State is the Wellsville campus and the Alfred State campus. And we had to drive 30 minutes back and forth. So we went and we got our food, and we were driving from the Wellsville campus where our classes were back to our room at Alfred. And it's a 30-minute drive every day, one way. And we had the bag of garbage in the truck. And I didn't just do this once. I didn't do this twice. I did this a lot. Is when we were driving, I would open up the bag. I'd open up the paper bag of all the garbage. So you go to McDonald's, you get your paper bag, you eat all the food. Well, what do? You usually throw all the garbage back into that paper bag, right? Well, that's what we do.
Yeah.
And so what I would do is I would open it up, and then I would hang it out the window as we're doing about 40 or 50 miles an hour, and the wind would explode the bag, sending fucking trash everywhere.
And see, there was nothing I can fucking do about it either, because my truck doesn't have automatic windows. So basically, all I could do was say, "No, don't." As he's holding it out the fucking window. Anyway.
Dude, that's like if a cop would have seen that, would have been, woo!
I mean, we made sure.
Littering is a $15 fine. I mean, $15,000 fine, right? I'm not even sure if it's that. I think it's actually more.
It's a
like
$15 fine.
20? I don't know.
Getting caught with alcohol at Alfred State cost you $15.
I said a $15,000 fine.
I was saying getting caught with alcohol, it costs you $15. It's because you have to pay for fucking a DVD, like an interactive game that teaches you what not to do when drinking. But anyways, before we get to that, yeah, I used to do that all the time with us. I don't know why. I don't know. I was a stupid college kid. But so like when you hold a paper bag out of a speeding car, or let's say in this case it's a truck, you hold it out the window and it's open, the wind will take it and it will explode the bag and trash will fucking fly everywhere. And I don't know why, but it's the funniest thing to see all the time. But anyways, Funnel and I got caught with alcohol a few times at Alfred. But shh, don't tell my parents or his parents. I guarantee my parents are. I guarantee at least my mom watches this. Hi, Bob. Anyways, so when you get caught with alcohol at Alfred, they make you dump it all out, and then you have to go to the on-campus therapist. And you need to talk about your problems and your feelings and the reasons why you drink. Then you have to pay $15 for an interactive CD game that you put in your computer, and they give you a homework sheet, and you watch like clips and you play a stupid fucking game to learn about all the things that you shouldn't do for drinking. Which, by the way, we learned so much that is the exact way that we drank from then on. We learned a lot of. If you
don't drink while driving.
Not that stupid.
Thanks, not can drink while driving.
Ways to get drunk faster. Like if you take aspirin or ibuprofen before you start drinking, you'll actually get drunk faster. Not eating before drinking. Stupid stuff like that. Basically, all what you shouldn't do, we learned. And then we did it. And Funnel, I'm pretty sure that's why I have so many stomach problems now. By the way, that campus was run with so much bullshit that when we went there, because we got caught with alcohol, that the counselor actually sided with us. They actually were on our side because I'm pretty sure they're like, oh, you're such good kids, blah, blah, blah. Like, what else are you going to do? I mean, you're just having fun. Who cares? And when we actually got caught again, and then when Funnel got caught a third time, Every time that funnel would go up there, they would just sign his papers, said he did all the stuff that he had to do, and he'd walk right back out. Because they were on our side. You know, funnel. I hope they don't work there anymore, because if anyone from Alfred State listens to this, they're
getting fired.
You're not even
fired.
that, but, I mean, I'm pretty sure we should be telling half the stories or saying the college name, because can't they like take away like your grants and scholarships, even like afterwards? I don't know. We got drunk at Alfred a lot, and I mean a lot. Oh, like, honestly, my liver's probably black. Daryl, my liver's probably blacker than you are.
I'm not. Oh my goodness.
Well, you're not black?
Yeah, he's probably blacker than you are. I'm not that freaking black. You've seen a picture of me. I am basically as
I know what you look like. Yeah, you hang out.
probably. Yeah,
I
you know
know
what I look like. I'm
Jesus.
okay. But you can't say your kidney stones are probably
I didn't say
blacker than
kidney
me
stones.
because
I said my
I'm
liver.
basically, or whatever, your liver is blacker than me because I'm not that freaking black. You know, I'm basically chocolate and caramel. Okay.
And I want to eat you up, you beautiful chocolate man. So it can't be a podcast without us getting racist. Check. It can't be a podcast without us talking about my penis. We started in the beginning, but I just want to clarify yet again. I do have genitals. Oh no, we talked about my knob hitting the side of the toilet. So look at that. Check. Like in the beginning, I forced it in. Ha. Pun.
Worst
Pun intended.
podcast
Get it? In the
ever.
beginning, I forced it in because we talking about my penis. I'm funny.
Why? Why?
No, like I forcibly talked about my genitalia to make sure that we talked about it, and ended up talking about it anyways. Every podcast, man. I don't. What is that? Why does that always happen?
I don't know
All right,
why.
So we've only got a few minutes left. Is there anything you guys don't want to talk about? I mean, we still have like 10 minutes to kill.
We haven't really talked much about any
I mean,
video games,
we went on a whole tangent about the new Rainbow Six game.
Star
Oh,
Wars.
yeah. I mean, come on. We did like so many podcasts just talking about Fallout. And I even mentioned Fallout in this one. Dude, Fallout is life, man.
Fallout is love. Fallout is
The
life.
game's so good.
If you don't have it, who are you in life?
Oh, yeah, also, it can't be a podcast without a Poop City, so check. Got that. Man, we hit all the bases today. We don't need Keeley.
You sure we got the Poop City?
Yes.
Are you sure we got the Poop City?
I remember when I asked you, because I wanted to tell a poop
I mean,
story, and I had you say Poop City. Oh, so I sent out
Poop City!
I sent out Shane, Brittany, and Keely's Christmas gifts.
Yeah, I did. Oh. You make
What?
you make Brittany those thongs she
All right.
always wanted
First of all,
with
that
your
is my
face on
friend's
it.
wife. So now we have
I'm
to
just
clarify what the fuck you mean by that, because the entire internet's
Just
gonna
playing,
listen to
just
this.
playing.
What Daryl is talking about
I know. I'm just
is
playing.
that I've been jokingly telling Shane that I'm going to get custom made like G-strings made for his wife that have my face printed on them. So like as he goes for her panties, he'll see me. And to make this even funnier, she actually told me that I should do that. Like that I should get those and get them to her. That's what makes it even funnier. And to make it even funnier than that is that I haven't done it. Is that like it was something that we've been joking about for like at least a year now. And then she's like, "Oh yeah, you should do it. That'd be really funny." And then I'm like, "Okay, well, we should stop talking about it now." It got real. Like it went from fantasy to reality, and I was not on board. So thanks for bringing that up, Daryl. You fucking shithead. Oh, by the way, the reason why I told the littering story is because I wanted everyone that's been listening to our podcasts to know that yes, we may have been throwing Shane and or Brittany under the bus and Keely a lot. I threw myself under the bus this time. Man, I still don't feel good after that hypothetical road.
I'm just trying not to remember.
I mean, it would probably be cold, right? Yeah. It'd be like that unnatural, unsettling cold. Like, not like ice cold, like room temperature, just chill, just
Yeah, nope. I'm ignoring you right now. My brain is on
So,
off mode.
I found out about so you guys want to talk about video games? I found out about a new game. Well, it's not new. It's new to me. It's called Who's Your Daddy?
Oh my god, that looks hilarious.
And the premise of the game is that it's a
really?
two-person multiplayer where one person plays as a dad and the other person plays as a baby. And the whole objective is if you play as the baby, you have to try to kill yourself as fast as possible. And if you're the dad, you have to stop the baby from killing itself. And as a baby, you can like eat batteries, you can like drink bleach, you can drown yourself, you can like turn the oven on and go inside the oven.
This sounds like a terrible
Dude, the
game.
I watched a few Let's Plays in it, and of course I had to watch the Play Pals from Rooster Teeth. Once I found out this game existed, dude, I was dying laughing through the entire thing. Like, this is a game that needs to be in my life.
Yeah, that sounded like that sounds like a terrible. You're playing as a baby trying to
Yep.
murder himself, and you're playing as a daddy trying to save the baby
Yep.
from murdering himself.
That's it.
Oh, and guess what else
What?
is in that game? A big.
Oh yeah,
God.
there's a
dildo.
fucking giant floppy dildo in the dad's fucking bedroom drawer.
What the frick are you gonna do with that? Freaking shove it down the baby's throat so he can
Dude, no,
choke
the
to
dad
death?
stops the baby from killing himself. Like,
That's what I'm saying. What,
like,
the baby
apparently,
gonna
like, you
shove
know,
that
like,
thing
it's
down his
supposed to be
throat
like,
so he can choke to death?
you know, like the dad's watching the baby for like the first time or something, and the mom comes home at 4 or some shit, and so you have to stop the baby from just not dying. And you can force feed the baby pills. Like, let's say if it poisoned itself with bleach and chemicals, you could force feed the baby pills to unpoison it. Like, you have those pills on hand. Like, you can even shove a fork into like an electrical socket, and the baby just turned into like a black crisp. It's really funny.
Terrible.
By the way,
It sounds
it's so
terrible.
By the way, Rocket League is coming to the Xbox One. What is it, in February? Dude, that game looks like it's so much fun, and I'm so excited to have that on the Xbox. I'm playing that day one. I don't care what it costs. I'm buying it.
I enjoy Rocket League enough to watch it. I watch this Twitch streamer that normally plays it, so I enjoy it enough to watch it. But do I think I'll enjoy it enough
Yes.
to play it?
Daryl, imagine
Probably
playing with
not.
me
Probably
and like Funnel and you and like let's say like like Duffy or somebody. Like that's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah, I know, and I know the premise about Rocket League. You drive around in basically rocket-fueled cars,
You play
and
soccer
you
with
try
cars.
basically
That's what you do.
rocket soccer. He
Yeah.
plays here.
That's it.
Soccer with cars, and I get that premise, and I actually enjoy watching
fun.
it. It's just I don't think I would enjoy
You
playing
want to
it
know
much.
who actually really enjoys that? Is our sister YouTube channel that's Smart Hard Gaming. Matthew Gilbert has a few videos for Rocket League. I know he really likes that game, so we'll definitely have to do some Let's Plays with him when it drops on the Xbox One. By the way, I've been trying to get him casted into one of our podcasts for a while. He's being a little bitch. So I'm calling you out. Gilbert, if you listen to this, fuck you for not being in this podcast. Fuck you too, Keely. Fuck both of you. Fuck both of the Matts. Fuck both. You know what? Fuck
Don't
me
be
too.
like
Fuck
that.
all three
Like-
of the Matts in Assorted Wares. We got 3 Matthews in Assorted Wares. I am one. So Crumb, Keely, and Gilbert. That's why we go by last names. Because we have 3 fucking Matts. So just fuck all of them. Fuck me. Fuck Keely. Fuck Gilbert. Calling you out, bitches. All right, so yeah, so come on, guys, we're talking about video games here. Dude, Battlefront's so much fun. I'm really enjoying that game as well. But it, I don't know. I feel like it shouldn't be called Battlefront because I have like the first two Battlefronts for the Xbox original, and like, I don't know. Like they could have called it something else because I mean it's a really good game. I just don't feel like it deserves the Battlefront name. It doesn't feel like Battlefront. Like I still have more fun playing the Battlefront 1 or 2 on the Xbox original than I do playing the new Battlefront. I mean,
Yeah, I really yeah, yeah. Battlefront, it's one of those games that you play for a little bit and then you're kind of like, well,
and
I'm
plus
done.
I've been steering away from
Well, the new one is.
multiplayer games because it's like playing a single player game. I like playing by myself. I like playing with myself.
You're-
That was a masturbating joke, Daryl. It's funny because I touch my wiener.
wow.
I just realized we got back to my penis again. So Funnel, Austin, every time I talk to him, he says that you need to be institutionalized.
Okay.
All right,
He pissed me the fuck
What'd he
off
do?
the other day. I don't know, but I literally rage quit the fucking party.
I've no idea, man. So you got pissed at him. You know you're pissed at him, but you don't know why you pissed at him. Yeah, it's something
I don't-
classic Funnel.
I don't keep track of why I'm pissed. I don't keep track of why I get pissed because I spend most of my
You
life
know,
pissed off at
Actually, I
something.
just had a moment like that today where I went to go talk to Zach over Xbox, and he was playing with some old DTM acquaintances. And for everyone who doesn't know, a lot of us in Assorted Wares, we belong to the online community called DTM. DTMgaming.com. Check us out. That's DTMgaming.com. So I deal with our community members a lot, and I deal with so many of them all the time that I don't remember individuals. Like you have to do something to make yourself stand out to me, to make you rememberable to me. And people get so fucking offended when I don't remember them. And it's not like I'm trying to forget you. It's just I just deal with so many people on a daily basis. And I mean, Daryl and Funnel, you guys know what I mean. I mean, you guys see the stuff that I do and the volume of people that I talk to. And we have members that, join and lead the community on such an average basis. That I joined a party,
Yeah.
and I don't want to say the gamer tag, but someone's like, "Oh yeah, so do you remember blah 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 blah?" I'm like, "No." But like, well, but you said you hated him. You said fuck him and all this stuff, And I'm like, no idea. I'm like, but you were really adamant, like on how much you didn't like him. Like that's great. I really don't care. And then I was looking at the party and I'm like, but I do remember. And this one kid who was questioning me, he's like, what? I'm like, I remember why I removed you off my friends list. And he's like, oh no, I left DTM. Like, I'm not part of your community anymore. I'm like, no. That's not why I removed you. I removed your stupid ass because every time this one kid got online, it would broadcast saying fuckface. Let's just say his gamer tag's fuckface. It would say fuckface is broadcasting on Twitch. And he'd broadcast on broadcast, broadcast on broadcast, broadcast on broadcast all the time, every day. And I got so sick of that shit, I removed him. And you know what? Everyone who's a Twitch streamer, like anyone who's on my friends list that does Twitch on a regular basis like that, I boot him immediately. I am not putting up with that shit. I have enough friends and followers as it is. I get so many notifications and messages as it is. Any extra notifications are completely unwarranted. I don't want them, and I'm going to do what I can to try to prevent them. It's not that I don't want to respond to everybody within our own community or respond to, let's say, the Assorted Wares fans in the community. It's just I deal with such a large, high volume amount of people, and I've been doing it for so long that everything just fades, and people get really upset when you don't remember them. Like, someone could have joined our community a year ago and then decided to drop out of it, and I have no idea. I'm, and they're like, but we met the one time. I said my name was this, and you and I had joked about this. We talked about this, dude. How am I supposed to remember that? But I don't know what I'm telling you, Funnel. Funnel, you fucking forget everything. Funnel, you probably forgot what we talked about first in this podcast. Funnel,
Sure.
what was the first thing we talked about in this podcast?
Stuff,
Okay.
probably.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're just a fucking asshole. Hey, Daryl. If I poured milk over your chiseled chest and drank it off of you, would it turn into chocolate milk?
Yes, yes, it would.
And hear that, ladies? He's single. Let's do it. Just don't fuck his older brother. Listen, Daryl. I mean, I know it's kind of like a low blow joke, but I believe all you have in life is laughing or crying, and you can laugh about your problems, you can cry about them. So I choose to joke. I make fun of myself more than I think I make fun of anybody else. I make fun of a lot of people. Why doesn't anybody like me? The thing is that my two quote unquote friends in this podcast didn't like, oh, I like you. Well, no, they just laughed because they know, they fucking know. Yeah, see, I know most people don't like me. I mean, I don't like me. We should talk about happy things. I drink alcohol. So, Daryl, you're an athletic man.
Yeah.
Have you ever just gone full ninja skills, where you act that out of pure reflexes? Let's say something's falling, where you drop something and you catch it in such an amazing way. How often is that?
Yeah, multiple times.
Is that the worst feat?
Sometimes, I've actually done this before. Something was falling, and it was falling from a really good height, and I would just be busy doing something, and just flick my foot in the way, stop it from freaking breaking, and just
or
be
if you
okay.
just toss something haphazardly into the garbage and it makes it perfectly, or where that's my one friend was at work. He was getting a piece of gum out of the package, and he dropped it, and I caught it in midair, and he didn't even see it, and I'm sitting there I don't even know why I try. It's really awesome when you do cool stuff like that, and then and then you milk it by playing it off it was nothing, but secretly you're oh my fucking god, I'm so awesome, inside you're screaming on the inside.
Oh my god, I got the best reflexes in the world.
Ninja. But on the outside you're yeah, so whatever, did that shit, I don't care.
And then you just Spider-Man ain't got nothing
Spidey
on
senses.
me.
We're fuck you, senses. You're just screaming on the inside, on the outside you're just calm and cool.
And then on the outside you just have it in your hand or whatever, and just put it aside or something, or just continue what you're doing.
No, or or you drop something, you juggle it with your feet for a few seconds, the soccer juggling with your feet, and then you have catching out of midair, and you turn around, there's no one to see it, and you're you know what's the best about those moments is when someone sees it and they acknowledge, dude, that was badass. Yeah, whatever, and you milk it, oh, whatever. But when nobody sees it, you feel part of you just died. No, I was so awesome.
Yeah, it's just you do something crazy, something's falling, you hurry up and just do some Spidey reflexes.
Yeah.
Caught. And sometimes you just catch it in the weird. I remember this a few days ago. Something was falling. I think it was a vase or something. And I didn't have enough time to outstretch my hand to catch it. So what did I do? I caught it between my freaking. I caught it between basically my arm and my pec. I just.
I caught a TV falling to the floor the other day, and not only did I feel super badass, but I also felt that was hella strong. It was a big ass TV, and I saw it falling. I fucking snatched that shit out of the air like it was nothing. And I was hoping that this one cute girl at work saw it. She didn't. Her mom did though, so I was oh.
Yeah,
her mom did.
Her mom's just looking
and then
she's
just
no.
I'm doing my stuff. Trying to help.
You were just like
Yeah.
doing my stuff. What was she looking at you like nice
No,
catch?
she she didn't acknowledge
She just
it.
didn't
She was
care.
just like, "Thank you." Like just like, "Yeah, thanks." Just you saved the TV that was on my vehicle. No, on my pallet. You just grabbed. Well, no, it wasn't a pallet. It was like some sort of like wheeled thingy. Yeah,
Cart.
I don't know. I was on there and I was falling. I caught it. But I hate those moments when like in the inside you're like, "Oh, dude, I'm so fucking sweet." On the outside you're like, "Yeah, whatever." But like when nobody sees it, or no, even
Yeah.
worse than that, when people see it, but they also don't react like that, like
They don't acknowledge
Dude,
it.
like-
You're just like,
Yeah,
I'm
like,
on.
I was
You're
walking-
inside, you're just like this. I'm awesome,
Yeah.
people.
I was
Acknowledge
walking by, it started
me.
sliding, and I grabbed it like out of the air, and it was so badass. And then like she's like, "Thanks," and it's like didn't even acknowledge it. That was almost worse than nobody seeing it. It's like, yeah, thanks, fucking asshole. Get out of here. Get my fucking put my TV down, you piece of shit. Fuck yourself.
You're just like, I just saved your TV. Acknowledge me.
I think I ever joked about it, saying if you want, I could like throw it back on the ground and hope hope it's like damaged in some minor way, and maybe you could take it home.
Mhm.
It was, we joke about that all the time though. When we're at work, like, oh, if you damage it, and you take it home. And by the way, no, at my work, if you damage a product, you cannot take it home. It gets processed for insurance and blah 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 blah. It's just a running joke we have. Man, I gotta do.
I don't know about that. Sometimes, like, I don't know. My mom, she's a really good shopper. She buys
She's a really.
fairly good-looking cheap
Really
stuff,
good
or
shop.
fairly like
I didn't even know
sometimes
that was a
expensive,
skill.
but yeah, she's
I
a
didn't know
shopper.
that was a skill. I seriously
Huh?
did not know that was like a talent to have.
What?
To be a good shopper.
What? Yes, it is. Trust me. Have you ever walked into somebody's house and seen how booty it is sometimes? I mean, oh my goodness, so tacky. You're just like, let me see. That paint does not match that carpet. God. Trust me. That is how sometimes houses be. You go in and see a blue carpet with freaking red paint. Not red paint, but you know what
Just-
I
it
mean, like
just
a blue
doesn't go,
carpet and
yeah.
freaking brown paint
It's not-
or black
it's
paint.
not- it's not
just
pleasing.
like, it is sometimes they be having the weirdest pictures on their walls that does not match anything. You're just like, who did your designing again? A 5-year-old? Okay. So yeah, shopping sometimes does have to do with skill, because God, there are some bad shoppers out there.
I don't know. We're about time. You want to finish your story? So your mom was shopping. She's a really good shopper.
No, yeah, I would say she's a really good shopper, and sometimes if she finds something that is a little bit damaged, she's like, "Yeah, I'll buy this. It's a little bit damaged, so
Dude,
discount."
I was helping out.
Discount.
I was helping out a guest at Target. We call him guest. I was helping out a guest a few months ago, and she saw this one thing. It was like some sort of thing she was buying for Christmas. And she's like, "Oh," she's like, "It's $50." It's like, "I'll give you 40 for it." I'm like, "This is not how that works."
Nah, she doesn't really.
No.
My mom don't haggle. It's just like it was a bit. She
I mean,
really,
I just thought it was
really
funny.
wanted it, but it was a bit damaged. so
Like
she's
this old
just
lady felt
like,
like her
discount.
product wasn't worth $50. She's like, "I'll give you 40 for it." I'm like, "This is not how that works." You pay the
I
sticker
know.
price or you get out. All right. Yeah, I guess it's time to wrap
What
up. Wait, you got one more thing? I mean, we're
Yeah.
getting pretty long.
Nah.
Okay.
I think it's time to wrap up.
So, anyways, guys, thanks for
so-
listening. Feel free to like and subscribe on YouTube. Feel free to comment about the hypothetical row. Tell us if you would do it. If you have any hypotheticals that you wish to share or want us to tell on the podcast, feel free to post them down below. Check us out on Facebook and Twitter at Assorted Wares. Feel free to comment. We will try to comment back if we feel like we deem you worthy of it. On top of that, we're going to be reducing our catalog a little bit because things are getting a little chaotic in our personal lives. So we're moving down from having multiple shows a week to just doing a podcast and Let's Play every week. We'll post extra shows where we can. So look for our weekly podcasts and Let's Plays. Oh, excuse me. And podcast should be coming out every Thursday now, so we're going to be coming out a day later. And Let's Plays will be coming out every Saturday. So stay tuned. To all our Jewish community friends out there, hope you guys had a very nice Hanukkah. To our Christian friends, I hope that you guys have a very Merry Christmas. We'll have another podcast before Christmas too, so don't worry about that. We'll talk about some Christmas plans and what we're gonna do.
Yeah, like
And-
having girls or your girlfriend dress up in a skimpy Santa
I don't know
Claus
about you,
suit.
man, but nobody loves me. Anyways, on top of that,
It's just like,
just keep checking out our content, I guess. I mean, at this point, you know what we are. Yeah,
I guess.
What do you want from me?
Yeah. Yeah, nah, you're good. You're good.
So yeah. Anyways, thanks again for tuning in. Your support is highly appreciated. We know that we're still a new YouTube channel, so any support that you guys give us, via likes, views, and subscribes means a lot. And feel free to get a hold of us via, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, or whatever you do. So I don't know. That's all we got. I don't know. So
Yep. Thanks, guys, for watching, and bye.
Goodbye. I love you.
Bye.
Say goodbye.
Don't hate
No,
us.
I hate you.
okay.
I hate you too.
Go fuck yourself.
I
No, you
love
don't.
everyone equally.
What about your ex-girlfriend? You said you hated her.
I
That you
hate
don't
her.
love everybody. Well, anyways, bye,
Sure.
internet. No,
Funny
shut
thing
up. We are
is,
done.
I may
We
not
are
like
done.
her, but I would.
I don't. Nobody cares. We're wrapping up. This is the part where we all say goodbye. Yeah.
Okay, bye, guys. Bye.
Tune in next week.
Bye. Pope City.
Are we done?